Hello, I'm Mayor Dave Patriarca. Thank you for joining us. Once again, it is budget season and we are preparing the 2019 budget for the Township of Pemberton. We're awaiting the financial statements from the auditor, and once that's received, we should be able to finish up the budget and present that to council for adoption. As I mentioned in our last video, we're dismantling the Browns Mill Shopping Center, the old Acme portion, by way of Public Works employees. Well, since that time, we have taken that part of the shopping center down, and we are moving forward with the next phase of the project, which includes continuing to take down the rest of the project, and along with bringing in an architect firm to design a new building which will stand on the west side of the property and allow us to move the current tenants from their old location into a nice new building. So that should be coming soon. The Pemberton Township Firehouse in Presidential Lakes is underway. Portions of it have been delivered. As I've mentioned, it is a modular unit that's coming in from the factory. The contractors are on site setting the foundations for that modular, and once the foundation's completed, the company will come in and set the building, and then we'll do all the finishing touches to finalize that project. So we're looking forward to that completion sometime in May, and so far we're on schedule, so everything looks good there. As I mentioned, the old Acme at the Browns Mill Shopping Center has been demolished. So let's take a look at the property now, as opposed to how you may have remembered it back in December when we last spoke. As we had mentioned, the old Acme building is no longer standing. We've removed that and we're moving forward with demolition on the rest of the complex, but Public Works has to go inside first and start dismantling the insides in preparation to take down the rest of the building. We have appointed architects to work on a design for the new building that'll stand on the west side where we're at, and hopefully that'll happen soon and we can bring the current tenants over to this side of the building and then take down the rest of the complex in preparation for redevelopment. It's been a very long project here in Pemberton Township, close to 30 years if not more, but we're finally here, and now we have to get the job done. Also, as I mentioned, the Firehouse Recreation Center in Presidential Lakes has been delivered and is on site. So let's take a look at that property, and we can see the progress that is taking place there, in hopes of staying on schedule and seeing this thing completed sometime in early May. As you can see over my right shoulder here, the work that's being done on the community center portion of the Firehouse Community Center here in Presidential Lakes. We are on target. The units that you see in the background, the modular units that are built in the factory, we have 3 of them on site now. There's 2 more expected to be arriving very shortly. Once the foundation work is done, we'll set them in place and this building will start to go up very quickly. The far right side of the property is where the firehouse will go, where it's the dirt section right now, but that'll get poured concrete and we'll build from there up, and that's where the fire station will end up. The fire station that we're building here will be referred to as Station 2 and will be incorporated into our Pemberton Township Fire Department, where we contract with the Pemberton Township Fire Company to provide us service and continue to do so. So again, we're on schedule. In May, we should start to see completion of this project, and then we can move on to the next one. Thank you for joining us and taking the time to learn more about what your government is doing for you here in Pemberton Township. But please continue to follow us because we will continue to report on the many projects that are up ahead here in Pemberton Township, to include the water system upgrades on the north side of the township, reducing government to a more efficient level so that the taxpayers get the most for their money, and also the road projects that are coming up this year that are scheduled to include the paving of Sepulga Drive, the second phase of that, and the park in the West End Park of the town, redevelopment of that. We have many projects that are up and coming and going through the approval process. So I look forward to a very prosperous year here for Pemberton Township.